Hey guys, welcome back. So today we are finally going to be doing a plant tour of all of the plants in my new space. And I'm so excited to show you. I haven't purchased any new plants, I don't think. No, that's a major lie. False. Totally false. I have purchased new plants since being here, so I will definitely point out the new babies in here. I don't think I've got anything like crazy special or super exciting, just some good basics back into the collection that I maybe once had before, but some that I haven't had before. And yeah, we'll take a look at those and see how they're faring in my care, because some of them are not so great, but we'll get there when we get there. So yeah, let's go ahead and just get started on this plant tour. I'm thinking we're just gonna start right here in the bedroom. So this here is the plant shelf that I have in my bedroom. I will absolutely link all of the shelves and everything that I talk about today that I can find. I'll link that in the description down below for you. I think this is like the one item that was purchased not on Amazon. I think this was from Wayfair, but I don't 100% remember. But either way, I'll have the link down there for you. All right, here we are on the top shelf here, and the very first plant up here is a Monstera. Oh, something. Monstera siltepecana, is that correct? Now, I know there's two Monstera plants that are very, very similar, but one grows like larger leaves if you let it climb up a pole or plank or something. And I do not believe that this is that Monstera. I think this is the smaller growing one, but it's super, super cute. Oh, don't mind my drink. I made the mistake of trying one of these because they're on sale. They're so good. Oh my God. They're very sweet. They're very sweet. But this one in particular, I just tried this one for the first time today, the Orange Kiss flavor Alani, and I think it's my favorite. There's no sugar. There, you can read what's on there, but so good. Oh my goodness. And they're on sale like everywhere right now. So I don't know. You might want to try it. But yeah, so here she is, beautiful Monstera siltepecana. That's my story, and I'm sticking to it. If, of course, you like know that I have the name wrong, definitely don't be shy and drop it in the comments for me and everyone else. Let the people know if I'm wrong for sure. I definitely am not trying to say that I know every single thing about plants, but yeah, super cute Monstera. I found this guy at Home Depot or something like that. So really good find. And it's in one of my hanging planters that I got when I moved here. I found this guy from, I want to say Home Goods. So really good find on that guy. And you'll see another one later actually hanging. And then here, this little sparse cutie, he's actually not so sparse, just at the top. Clearly we're a bit sparse, but as it gets further down, you can actually see what this is. Maybe. But this is a string of hearts, I think. Right? These are little hearts, right? That look like a heart to you? But yeah, that's what I think this is. I love that this plant grows these little like tuberous guys. They're so cool. They're like little planets. Such a cool plant. Really beautiful. It's in a pot within a pot here, so I can water it super easily and just kind of drown it. But I really like the way that it looks hanging here. Oh, so sorry, Looney. But yeah, there she is. Super cute, dangling down. She's a little bunched up here, but I honestly don't mind. Cute. All right, now let's go to the shelf with the Alani. Okay, now to this cute little shelf. So we have two plants on this shelf here. The first one is an alocasia, one of my few alocasia that I have left in my collection. This is a, what is it? It's not a cupria, although it does look similar. The cupria did not make it, unfortunately, so I am on the hunt for a new one of those so I can give you guys a good side-by-side comparison. But this is an alocasia Dewey's reversa. Such a cool plant. Look at the backs of the leaves. So cool. And we've got some new leaves here, some sad leaves too, but you know, that's all part of it. But isn't that beautiful? Such a cool leaf. And we've got a new leaf coming in right here. It's kind of hard to see, but there's a new leaf. And so there's 3 plants in here, but I'm sure there are a bunch of corms in that soil as well. So the next time I repot it, I will be digging for corms, that's for sure. And the next plant that I have sitting on the shelf is a Scindapsus pictus exotica. There we go. Wow, I really had to think about that for some reason. We've got a yellow, very yellow leaf here, but oh, no, there she goes. Beautiful Scindapsus, one of my absolute favorites. I mean, look at those leaves. They're just so chunky. Just beautiful. Oh, and I kind of have her just like draped over here. I don't know if I absolutely love the placement, but I do love the plant in here. All right, the next plant we have here kind of hiding in the shadows is this beautiful little babe. Let me see if I can grab hold of her here. This guy, so pretty. This is one of my, what are you? Thanksgiving cactus. It's a, can I remember the name? I cannot remember the scientific name, so I'll put it on the screen for you in case you're curious. But oh my God, this is such a cool plant. So easy, so carefree, and it'll bloom these gorgeous little flowers every once in a while. So love this plant. Let's see if I can. Oh, she dusty, poor guy. Oh, look at what I did. Oh boy. But honestly, not a big deal whatsoever. I can just pop this right back into the soil. And, okay, as I was trying to say here, as this thing would so rudely not focus, but little roots will grow from right here where there actually were some little aerial roots, it looks like. But yeah, roots will form right there and it will just keep growing. So not a big deal whatsoever. And what you're seeing here with that purple is just a little bit of sun stressing. Isn't that cool? Beautiful plant. Okay, let me shove this in here. Oof, this needs a repot. Something fierce. Okay. I'll water her and she'll be fine. It'll keep growing. Okay, and then right here next to her on this next like little teeny tiny shelf is an Anthurium radicans cross luxurians. Such a cool plant. I absolutely love this Anthurium, especially once they're like well established. They're so easy to take care of. We do have a crispy leaf back here, so let me pop her off of there. God, that was satisfying. Oh, dang it. Okay, but yeah, beautiful, beautiful plant. Like I said, so easy to care for. We've got some little aerial roots happening here. It looks like we've got a new leaf that will eventually be popping out. Ooh, look at her. We got a big old bend in it. Looks like Six Toes tail. I'm surprised this leaf is still kicking. So we'll see how long that guy stays. But yeah, I love this guy sitting here. Alani, you're kind of ruining the vibe. Get that up there. But yeah, beautiful plant, Anthurium radicans cross luxurians. Let's go here, shall we? So the first plant we have right here is this beauty. Are you kidding me? So gorgeous. This is a philodendron soderoy, I think. I'm pretty sure. Look at this little tiny red. What are you? Are you an aerial root? It kind of looks like it. And then this is like where some new growth is going to happen. Beautiful plant. This was gifted so kindly by one of you lovelies who watch my videos. and another little one that's in my grow tent that we'll see later on. But oh my gosh, look at that little leaf. That size jump is like quite impressive too. Look at that. Absolutely stunning. Can you tell I like silvery leaves? We've got this guy and this guy. Oh yeah, and this guy. But yeah, absolutely beautiful plant. She's still very young, as you can see by the little pot she's in. She could definitely use some water, as like I think most of these plants could, because it has been so warm here lately. It's been like in the mid to high 90s. So yeah, a lot of the plants could use a watering again, except for this guy. This guy's looking pretty good, feeling pretty heavy still. This, oh, if I can get her untangled and show ya, this is my Hoya Curtisii. Freaking love this plant. Oh my goodness. I mean, come on. Sure, we're a little sparse towards the top, but I mean, if we pan sweetly and gently down to the bottom, look at how beautiful and full we are. Are you kidding me? I mean, and we're getting pretty far down there. Look at that. There's the floor. There's that guy. I'm gonna have to move him up a shelf before we know it. But I love this Hoya. One of my absolute favorites, especially with like the little teeny tiny leaves, because I'm usually, you know, a lover of the big juicy leaves, but this little guy is just so adorable. Love him. Just love him. Now let's pop over here to this other Hoya. This is a larger leaf Hoya that is right up my alley. Look at her. What? What the heck? Now she is like definitely pretty far under here. I don't know if she's gonna stay right here, but I do like the way that she looks. I just don't know if she's gonna like it enough to keep living. So we'll see about her placement, but absolutely love this Hoya. This is a Hoya macrophylla. Again, we are very dusty. I need to go through and dust my leaves and just like put on a podcast or some music and have a yummy drink and just like dust all the leaves. Let me know if you want to do a leaf dusting party video. If you need to do that too, we can do it together. But yeah, Hoya macrophylla. Love this plant. Again, pretty darn easy care. I mean, I feel like all Hoyas are fairly easy to care for, to be honest with you. That's kind of like the best part about them, you know, unless they're like super young, maybe they're a little bit more tricky, but you know, they're pretty awesome. And this is not the last Hoya on this shelf, so we'll get to more. But yeah, Hoya macrophylla. This is the next plant that we have here. This is a Maranta. I want to say this is a silver band Maranta, but I'm not 100. Oh my God. No, you did not. Oops. We'll clean that up later. But yeah, I'm pretty sure this is a silver band Maranta, but I don't know. Like my little stool, she comes in clutch. But yeah, such a cute little guy. I found this at Target, I think, of all places, right when I moved back here and just had to have it. It was way waterlogged, and so a bunch of it died back, and I actually put this in the closet in my plant room and just like had the doors shut and kind of forgot about it, and then went to go clean that closet out, and she was looking like this. So I was like, oh, okay, well, welcome back, buddy. So yeah, silver band Maranta. So pretty. Oh my goodness. Speaking of Maranta, we've got another Maranta right next to her here. This is a Maranta, I don't know, red? Maranta, some red stripe? I don't know. Ooh, red stripe. That sounds good. But yeah, beautiful Maranta. This is one of those plants that I got moving back here that I had previously, and she was so big and beautiful. I absolutely loved it. And I don't remember exactly when or how that plant died, but I no longer have it. So I figured it was time to get a sweet replacement. And look at her, she's popping out a new leaf here. Just so pretty. So I'm really, really happy to have this beauty back in the collection. And if y'all are not super familiar with Marantas or prayer plants in general, they're called prayer plants because they kind of move with the circadian rhythm. So when the sun is out and it's nice and bright, the leaves will be like, you know, face down, fallen down, really pretty. You can like really enjoy the tops of the leaves. And then at night, when it's dark out, all of the leaves will lift up and you'll be able to enjoy the beautiful, like reddish backsides of the leaves. So cool. Oh, absolutely love it. So yeah, Maranta Red, I guess that's what I'll call her. I'll put the actual name on the screen for you. Gorgeous. Okay, and now on this shelf, oh, I can see some Crispies. Uh-oh. Pull those off of here. And I've got so much shadows. The light is really not working with me today because it's a little overcasty outside, but it's still like 90 plus degrees out today. Okay, hold on. Okay, here we are on the next shelf. We have a couple small plants here. So this little guy, oh, no. Stay there. This little guy is a super cute little spider plant. I think this is a Bonnie spider plant because it's the curly one. I'm pretty sure that's what they call it. But I found this little guy. Wow, $14? I thought this was $4.99, not $14.99. Yikes, I gotta be more careful. But yeah, found this little cutie at a nursery here in town. Definitely one of the more pricey nurseries, as you can clearly tell by the $14.99 price tag on this little teeny tiny, very common, very easy to grow and propagate plant. I do not recommend spending $14 on a little spider plant, but you know, apparently I wasn't paying attention, but super cute little plant. I'm digging it. I'm excited for her to get super big and billowy. And then this little guy, I love this plant. This is, well, it was sold to me as a Hawaiian pothos. So Hawaiian golden pothos, really, really big. I think essentially it's just a pothos, but that has, I don't know. I have Googled on so many different occasions what the actual difference is between a Hawaiian golden pothos and like your standard golden pothos that you find anywhere and everywhere. And I honestly have not been able to find a great answer. So you let me know what you think. Is this just your standard pothos? I kind of think it is. And if not, is there a true difference between a Hawaiian golden pothos and your standard Epipremnum pinnatum? Or no, not pinnatum, Epipremnum aureum. So I don't know, let me know, but definitely a beautiful plant. And wow, yeah, I'm really realizing a lot of these plants are thirsty. So yeah, we'll have to water after this. But yeah, pretty plant. See if I can light you up a little bit better. There's this little cutie patootie. I freaking love this plant. It's so cute. This is grown from just a little teeny tiny stick propagation, like it was just this little part, and she grew into this. So I'm really happy with her progress. But yeah, this I believe is a philodendron. Pinnatum? I think it's a philodendron pinnatum. Don't quote me, but I'm pretty certain. Okay, cute. Oh no, it is really hot. I think my camera might overheat here in a second. Let's see if we can get through the rest of these. So down below here, this big beauty, this is a Hoya pubic calyx. It was sold to me as a super silver splash on account of this very silvery splashy leaves. We've got some hiding up here as well. Look at her. Ah, so pretty. I love this plant. It has grown like a weed, not recently, but upon initially purchasing it, she grew like an absolute weed. Such a champ of a plant. I freaking love it. So hopefully she'll keep growing like a weed now that we are in our new space. Okay, and then over here, let me just grab her and bring her to the light for us. But this is another Anthurium radicans cross luxurians. Look at this leaf. I know it's deformed, but isn't it so beautiful? What? Ugh. And look at the back of it. I mean, it's simply stunning. Look at that. Ah! Gorgeous little plant, has been in water since I got it. This was a plant that was so kindly gifted to me by one of you guys once again. She's been ready to be planted for a minute. And I keep saying I'm going to do it. And one of these days, I'm gonna. But not today. We have one more plant down here. And that's this little cutie. holding on. Holding on by a thread. Is that the saying? Holding on for dear life. Another Maranta, so you can see she's different from the red stripe one, but this is a Maranta lemon lime. I think this might be my favorite Maranta of all of them. And here is one of the last plants in the bedroom. This is, okay, I know I've said this so many times, but one of my favorite Hoya. This is the Hoya obovata. Oh my God, I love this plant. It's just so beautiful. Those leaves, those thick, juicy, round leaves, they are so thick and so sturdy. Like they're just, oh, they're delicious. And with that little bit of like silver splashing on there, just to like draw you in, get you enticed, and then you just have this beautiful ginormous plant. And it's been growing okay. I'm hoping that this little like stem right here will kind of attach itself to the texture on the walls and give me some big, even like bigger, juicier leaves than we already have. That would be amazing. But yeah, I love this plant, Hoya obovata. All right, I almost forgot to show you this last plant here in the bedroom. This is my rather sad looking, to be honest, philodendron. It was a molten dragon, but this I think is the last like truly variegated leaf. So really, we'll just call it a philodendron green dragon. She's still absolutely beautiful, but yeah, just not very variegated anymore, which is a bummer, but you know, that is just how it goes sometimes with variegated plants. So what can you do? We can still enjoy the green plant. So yeah, philodendron golden dragon, or excuse me, philodendron green dragon. There we go, green dragon. All right, here we are in the living room officially. A little dark in here, but we're making it work. So here we are on the mantle. I don't have too much going on here quite yet. This is definitely one of the areas of the living room that I want to zhuzh up a little bit more and give some more love to. But the first plant that we have here is this beautiful Philodendron Brazil. This is one of my, I know I say this for all the plants, but this is really one of my favorite plants of all time. Like one of the plants that if I see it in a shop, in a grocery store, wherever, and it's like an especially pretty Brazil, I have such a hard time not picking it up because I mean, look at it. It's so pretty and it's already so long. So the spot that it's in right now is obviously not going to last very long because she will eventually need to be put up a little bit taller, or what am I trying to say? She's going to need to go in a taller spot essentially so that it doesn't touch the ground, because I just don't love the look of that. But yeah, I love the look of that leaf though. Ooh, so pretty. Philodendron Brazil. And then right below her here, we've got this gorgeous plant. Let me move my light out of the way here. This is so hard to see because it is so dark. But this is my Raven ZZ. This is essentially a black ZZ plant. I'm trying to get the light a little bit better for you so you can actually see some detail here. But yeah, such a cool plant. Look at that. So, like I said, this is a Raven ZZ. I don't have any new stems coming out, I don't think, in here. No, nothing good to show ya. Actually, maybe, but you can't really see it. But when the new stems come out on this plant, they come out that like beautiful, bright, like lime green color of the standard ZZ plant. And then the leaves will slowly but surely fade to this almost black color. Such a cool plant. And then as we venture back up onto the mantle here, I've got this plant. I recently chucked this plant up on the mantle so that I can kind of just keep an eye on it because it was losing some leaves and she's just not looking very great. But this is my Epipremnum amplyssimum aureum, or aurea. which essentially just means that it's the yellow variegated version of this plant. So there is like a white or creamy version as well if you like the look of this, but you don't love the yellow. I personally dig the yellow. I think it's so cool. But I did not purchase this plant myself. This was gifted to me from Aroid Market, who I definitely highly recommend. I'm like always on their website window shopping. But yeah, she's just hanging out here so that I can look over her. And then here's another plant, which maybe is signifying that the mantle isn't the best place for a struggling plant to go because look at this girl. Oh. This is another Thanksgiving cactus or Schlumberga or whatever. Yeah, she's struggling. As you can see, we've got just some like full-on dead leaves because she is so thirsty. So thirsty. Oh my God. Poor thing. But I guess on the bright side, we've got a little bit of new growth here that looks okay. Maybe not new growth, but just not shriveled up growth. That's another dead leaf there. But this is a good opportunity to show you what this plant looks like when she's thirsty. She gets super wrinkly. This is more of like a succulent plant. So they hold a lot of water in those leaves. And as you can see, there's not much water in those leaves right now because they are shriveled up and sad like a raisin. Now this bad boy is faring much better. This gorgeous thing is a philodendron jungle boogie. I've also heard it called a philodendron narrow, so whatever you want to call it works for me. But I love this plant. It's so big and awkward, so it works really well in this corner here. I would like to put like another plant below it eventually, but it just kind of gets blocked off. And I think we have a dead leaf, but I think there's a new growth spike here. Yeah. So we will be getting a new leaf soon. So hopefully it'll be nice and big, just like these other ones. If it comes out really small, that would kind of tell me that it needs to be closer to some light. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. All right, so if we come over here in the corner next to the couch, I've got this little cutie. This is my new philodendron micans. You may remember if you've been hanging with me for a bit, I used to have this like ginormous, beautifully established once trailing and then climbing monstera, or excuse me, philodendron micans. And honestly, I don't even remember what happened to her, but she's dead. She's no longer with us. So I just had to get myself a replacement, and I can't wait for her to just grow big and luscious like my old one. So I do feel like I need to repot her. I feel like she's fairly waterlogged in the soil. It's just like super dense soil from, I don't know, from whatever big box store I found her in. So yeah, she used to live right there in the middle of the coffee table, and she just wasn't seeming like she was doing well, so I moved her over here to be more like under this light, which to be fair, I do not have on all the time. But I don't know. We're just gonna see how she does. But oh, so pretty, philodendron micin. And off on the other side of the couch here, I've got a couple of orchids. These are just like your standard Phalaenopsis orchids that you get at your grocery store, which is exactly where I found this. Actually, I found this at a Home Depot, not a grocery store, but same, same. I just love a beautiful big white orchid, and this one happened to come with two orchids in the pot. They are planted separately, but just shoved in the same no drainage pot, which is honestly quite convenient. This guy has been losing some of the flowers, but not to worry, it will rebloom. So if you get gifted an orchid or you buy one yourself and you feel like you need to throw it away once the blooms have dropped, don't throw it away. I mean, you can if you want, obviously, but just give it a while, keep caring for it, and it will rebloom, and it'll rebloom from the same spike, so you can just leave them. And then over here, off to the side of my little seating area with this cute boy, is a peace lily. This is another one I got upon moving back. I just figured, she's a good staple. She can go pretty much anywhere, and yeah, I believe this is a sensation peace lily because the leaves are just like bigger and broader. So yeah, she's chilling here by the door. And then over here, we are coming to my larger kind of plant shelf section. Whoa, getting all wonky angles on you here. I've got this big beauty. Oh, I just noticed a bunch of sad leaves. So let me pluck these sad leaves off of here really quick. I might need to do some investigation later and see what's going on with that plant because that's kind of a lot of dead leaves. All right, so in this area, I am still looking for like some art or something to go on the wall here and another like either hanging plant or a planter to hang on the wall just to kind of even out the whole situation here. But I am really enjoying this shelf. I do still need to look for some lighting to put in there, so don't worry, that is on the list. But let's start over here in this beautiful basket. I wish I could tell you where it's from, but I have no idea. But this is my Rephidophora decursiva. Now, she is a tough plant, I gotta say. Like, we do have a yellow leaf back here, but even with that yellow leaf, I'm still gonna say this is a very, very tough plant. We'll toss that over there for now. But yeah, this plant actually did some growth when I was in Washington, which is for sure saying a lot because very few of my plants actually grew that entire year that I was back in Washington. So the fact that this guy did grow and was in a pretty dark space, it's pretty impressive. So yeah, I love it. I love this planter or basket, I guess, that it's in. But like I said, I don't remember where it's from. You can probably find something similar though at Home Goods if you're looking. So yeah. And then off on the other side of the shelf setup here is another philodendron. This is a philodendron, what are you? Burlmarks, philodendron burlmarks. Such a crazy wonky plant. I'm hoping that after he like sits and chills here for a few weeks or something like that, that all of the leaves will start to get it together and face the same direction, which would hopefully be the direction of the light. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I think it looks really cool here. I literally just put this here today. And I think it looks really good. I like the little stand that it's on as well. I found that little stand at Walmart. But yeah, super cool plant. Philodendron, Bromarks. I'd love to get the variegated version one day too. Oh, that would be amazing. Okay, now let's actually get to the plants on the shelf here next to the Wild Creations book from Hilton Carter. I've got this cute little Alocasia Bambino. Ooh, we got some sad leaves, which honestly, I'm not too surprised. It's kind of expected. It's in a little bit of a darker spot than I think she probably should be. And we're also acclimating, right? We're acclimating to the new space that we're in. So don't be afraid if you bring home new plants and they start to drop some leaves fairly quickly. They'll usually be the older leaves, so do pay attention to that. If it is just the older leaves that are dropping, don't stress too much. It's probably just acclimating to its new space. So yeah, Alocasia Bambino. And then here I've got a Hoya in this pretty little like hammered copper pot, which I found off the side of the road. So we love a free pot. Total score. And sitting inside is this beautiful Hoya. I wish I could remember which Hoya this is. Hoya parasitica? That doesn't sound right, does it? Hoya... I don't know. I feel like I forget every single time I film this plant, and one of you lovelies lets me know in the comments what it is. So if y'all want to drop it in the comments once again, I would so appreciate it. But a beautiful Hoya. I love the veination. The leaves are definitely a little bit like on the thinner side, especially if you're touching like the Hoya obovata and then grabbing one of these leaves. It's definitely much thinner, but I just think it is so beautiful. And then over here, oh, we've got some sad little dead parts. We'll get to that. But over here, we've got yet another curly spider plant or a Bonnie spider plant. I got these guys at the same time. I just thought they were super cute. And this one already has some little babies popping out of it. So we love that. Wow, I'm really trying to get the light right here so that you can see what it looks like. But who hasn't seen a spider plant? I mean, really. And then over here, I've got yet another Hoya. This is like a very Hoya heavy shelf, which I'm not mad at. But this is my Hoya Carnosa compacta. There we go, Hoya Carnosa compacta. I would say this is probably my slowest growing Hoya in my collection that I've ever had. The compacta just as a general rule, I feel like is a very slow grower. So if you have a plant that grows like crazy fast, drop in the comments. Let us know your secrets. I would love to have a big, full, bushy plant one day, but at this rate, it's going to take me 10 years. And then here I've got yet another Hoya. This is a Hoya Cubic Calyx Super Silver Splash. Again, this actually fell off of the large plant that I showed you earlier in my bedroom. And it was just such a beautiful chunk of plant. I couldn't let it go to waste. So we rooted it in some water and planted it up, and now she's her own beautiful plant. And then right next to her here, we've got a struggler. I should have filmed this video earlier when this plant still looked good. But this is a string of pearls. Yeah, succulenty plants usually don't fare super great in my care. Yeah. She's really struggling. She was doing well for a couple weeks there, like doing really, really well. I was shocked. I probably jinxed myself talking about, how great it was doing just to myself. And yeah, now all of a sudden she's looking real sad. I think this needs to be an outside plant. So maybe I'll just put her outside. This guy, though, has been looking pretty good. This is another Hoya. This is a Hoya fungii. Such a cool Hoya. I love this one. It's grown pretty darn fast for me, I feel like, in the time that I've had it. And I just love it. I love the shape of the leaves, the little, like, pointy doodad at the tip of the leaf. Just so pretty. Nice, thick, and juicy leaves. And this one's got some silvery splashing on it too, which if there are any like other Hoya fungii out there that are more silver splash heavy, I would love to get my hands on one of those. And then, okay, listen, this is another succulenty plant. I don't know what this plant is. I'll try and figure it out and put it on the screen for you. But like the string of pearls, we're struggling. Yeah, we're struggling. Look at that. Ooh. But it's so cool. I love the little jelly bean like green doodads hanging off of it and the purple stems. So cool. Oh, but looking so raggedy. Yikes. So, maybe this is another plant that I am going to just have to put outside and see how she does outside with more sunlight. Oh my God, look at this whole dead ass section. Whoops. My bad. I knew it was going to happen though, so no surprises here. Me and succulenty plants just we don't be doing it unless it's a Thanksgiving cactus, in which case I can do it, but yeah.
Righty, now for the top shelf. Okay, so over here I've got this super cute little Cebu blue pothos. Wait, no. Baltic blue pothos. This is another one I found at Home Depot or Lowe's, one of those kinds of places. And it's from Costa Farms, and it's in one of their new self-watering planters, and I really dig it. You can see the water level down there, so she's well hydrated. No need to water for quite a while, and so far it's been really digging it. No dead leaves or anything, so awesome. And Pepremnum Baltic blue, I don't know, something like that. A little cutie. And then here, don't mind the label. I still need to get this peeled off, but I just thought this glass bottle was so pretty, so I'm definitely going to be saving it after I get the labels off of there for flowers and stuff like that. I just had a few flowers left from an old bouquet, so I figured I'd get them out of the giant vase that they were in and looked kind of silly in and put them here until they die. And then I've got a Hoya carnosa, the first Hoya that I ever purchased. Oh, and I just realized that when I was filming all the rest of that, like of the living room and the shelf, that I didn't have my mic on, so I hope you enjoyed the voiceover that you got. Okay, so anyway, back over here. But yeah, before I go over there, the Hoya carnosa, she is so long and luscious. Such an underrated houseplant, if you ask me. I freaking love this plant. Ugh, get yourself one. Okay, and now here in this beautiful little crystal bowl, I found this at a garage sale shortly after moving back here. Such a freaking score. So now it acts as a saucer. Love it. And I've got 4 or 5 different plants in here. So first things first, I've got this beautiful philodendron. I cannot remember the name of it, but oh my God, look at that. So gorgeous. And then I've got an Alocasia maharani. Look at this beautiful new leaf. Oh, so gorgeous. And another new leaf here.
And then behind her, or under her here, we've got one of my anthurium seedlings. She's so cute. Oh, look at this little new leaf. Yay. And then over here, another anthurium seedling. The seedlings are a cross between anthurium silver blush and forgetti. And then here I've got a philodendron majestic. Look at her. She is quite majestic, if you ask me. Beautiful. Next up here, I've got another anthurium. This is an anthurium villanovarum, something like that. Oh, snappity wappity. And I just realized she's pushing out a new leaf. Look at her go. Look at that little baby go. So that's awesome. She hasn't put out a new leaf in quite a bit. So very happy about that. And then here, oof, this is another plant that I was like so excited to find upon moving back here. I found it at Lowe's or Home Depot once again. And I was like, oh my God, I have to get it. She already didn't look super great. And she still does not look great. This is a Philodendron gloriosum, if you can believe it. Ugh, looks like trash. I need to repot it. It's been in the same crappy soil since I got it. So yeah, not great. But this one is great. So this is my Anthurium veitchii. Ugh. Honestly, one of my pride and joy plants right now. I freaking love this plant. Look at that. Look at the size. I mean, come on. She's been really happy. No issues since moving. Do we have a new leaf coming in? No, not quite yet, but we do have some nice juicy roots here. And when I first put that plant there, it was like all the leaves were facing in different directions. And now, since it's like chilling here, we've actually calmed down. And we're facing the right direction towards the window. Love that. So pretty. And then in here, I've got more Anthurium seedlings. These are the mystery ones, so I don't know what they're crossed with, other than the mother plant, which was my Anthurium silver blush. But yeah, cute little babies. And then in here, I'm gonna set her down on the floor and we can take a peek ski. First things first, look at them roots. Ignore the nasty water, but so many roots. And where'd she go? We've got a little leaf in there. So there is a plant, if you were familiar with my old townhouse and all of the plants in that plant tour, and the many plant tours that I gave in that place, you will notice a large plant that is missing here in my new place, and that is my Monstera deliciosa. I had to cut that one down to move. It would not fit in the U-Haul. I undershot the size U-Haul I was going to need, so I had to cut her down. So these are a couple cuttings. I think one of them is just dead. Yeah, I think this one here is just a goner. But there are two other cuttings in there, and one of them for sure is doing the most. So super happy with that. And then hanging up here in this beautiful gold planter, oh, sorry, buddy. I've got another Philodendron Brazil. I got this once I moved back here. I just thought it was so cool. I love that bright, like chartreusey color. You can tell that one has been getting a ton of sun and just looks pretty darn happy despite those leaves I pulled off of it earlier. Look at that beautiful pink stem. Ugh. All right, you guys, so those are all of the plants in this little section of my house. And there's a little splooty boy right there. Look at those little paws, foots and paws mixed together, paws, little peeties. Oh, he's so cute. Can we show him your swollen paw? No, just a belly? Just a belly? Okay. We went to the vet today for his little swollen paw. The vet just thinks he pulled something. But the vet did also say that he has a beautiful coat. So we love to hear that, huh? We love compliments from the vet, don't we? Yes, we do. Yes, Looney, we do. Don't be jealous. And there are just two more plants, really one more plant to show you. This little guy here that is hanging
next to my cabinet above my little island in the kitchen here. And this is just a standard philodendron heteroraceum or heartleaf philodendron. Oh, I need to chop it and then put the rest of this little bit in water. And that is what is happening right here. But yeah, I found this cute little vase at like a Goodwill or something like that. And it's watertight, so I put some water in there and some propagations. All right, you guys, I think that is gonna do it for this video, checking out all of the plants in my place. Now, you may notice that we did not venture into one of the rooms, the plant room of all places. And that's because it's gonna be a separate video because this is just gonna be way too long if I keep it in this one. So do be on the lookout for a tour of my plant room and my grow tent because that is where some very exciting new growth has been happening lately that I'm very pumped to show you guys. So sorry about it, but you'll enjoy it. It'll be better. It'll be better than being all in one, I'm pretty sure. More digestible for sure. So thank you guys so much for joining me on this video, checking out all of the plants that I have set up in here so far. I've only been in this space for like a month, so it's definitely going to change. It's been longer than a month. It's been closer to 2 months. But anywho, things will be changing, things will be ever evolving in this space, which I'm really excited to see happen. So yeah, let me know what you guys think. Let me know what I should be looking for as far as like new plants, new plant stands, shelves, whatever. Let me know what you think. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video.